Hi dear fans, friends and subscribers. Welcome to the Cricket Happening Show today. And in this Cricket Happening Show, what Ram is going to share with you today is the second day's play report on the match in the second test match between Pakistan and New Zealand, which ended at the Dubai Cricket Ground. And also I'll be giving a brief report on that. Today this was the first time that Pakistan, in a space of I thought 5 test matches, if I'm not wrong, or 4 test matches, have been challenged by an opposition. As you remember, they clean swept the Australians. New Zealand lost the first test, but definitely Pakistan have been definitely, if you look at the proceedings that went on at the Dubai International Cricket Ground, where New Zealand went on to score 403 and Pakistan lost 2 wickets for 34 runs, and New Zealand took away the honours on the second day of this second test match between Pakistan and New Zealand, played at the Dubai International Cricket Ground. So I'll be talking about that. So I'll be giving you a second day's play report here, and also there is the third one-day international, which is going to be starting between Australia and South Africa and Canberra. And as you know, this particular one-day series is absolutely well set now, because both the teams are not sparing an inch. The scores are locked at 1-1. It's a 5-match one-day international series, and this is the third match which is going to be played in Canberra, and excitement is going to be at fever pitch. Well, but first let's get on to the second day's play in Dubai, where New Zealand resumed at their overnight score of 243 for 3. But today the start was not good for them. As you know, it was the new ball, and the new ball was the one which really did some damage to the New Zealand batting lineup. In fact, they started off with their overnight batsman Tom Latham, who was unconquered on 137, and Cody Anderson. But Ehsan Adil was the one who forced a shot from Cody Anderson, where he actually tried to probably hit it. He was trying to hit it over the top, and Azhar Ali took the catch of the bowling of Ehsan Adil for 9. So Anderson was gone, and the score at 245 for 4. And as I said, the new ball was due, so it was not a very easy thing for the New Zealanders. And Tom Latham, who had done all the hard work yesterday, could not even add a single run to his overnight score of 137 before a very good delivery from Rahat Ali. Now this was pretty interesting. It was a delivery which was pitched up on the off stump by Rahat Ali, the left arm seamer, and Tom Latham was absolutely, I mean, he was really putting up a straight bat, but there was no foot movement. And by the time Tom Latham actually realized it was all over, as the ball had actually nipped the edge of the bat, and it was taken behind by Sarfraz Ahmed, and it was over. Tom Latham, not adding to his overnight score of 137, caught Sarfraz Ahmed, bowled Rahat Ali for 137 with 11 fours and 1 6, and New Zealand lost their 5th wicket at 245. And then we had 2 new batsmen at the crease, and the new cherry was pretty new at that stage. So one was probably thinking what New Zealand are going to do, whether Pakistan are going to come back into the match. Yes, they definitely, after that there was a brief, I would say, a brief lull for Pakistan there, because Jimmy Neesham was at the crease along with BJ Watling, and both of them slowly pushed on the score to 278. Jimmy Neesham was looking all at sea against the spinners, and especially against Yasir Shah. He was not looking confident at all, and Yasir Shah produced, I thought it was that was a beautiful delivery which was produced by Yasir Shah, as Jimmy Neesham got into it, and Misbah-ul-Haq took the catch as he went for a forward prod, and it was very nicely taken by Misbah-ul-Haq for 17 with 2 boundaries. And after that it was the turn of BJ Watling. BJ Watling got and that was the time, the 278 for 6. And by the time, one could say that the new ball was getting a bit old at that particular juncture, and that was what B.J. Watling, the wicketkeeper batsman, and Mark Craig capitalized on, slowly adding runs. As B.J. Watling, as you know, he's such a very, very solid player. He can really stay the whole day at the crease. He's such a type of player. And Mark Craig was giving him very good company, and both of them started getting runs, with Craig using the pull shot to good effect, Watling driving well, and both of them had slowly taken the score from 278 for 6. One probably expected Pakistan to really tighten up things and get into the match pretty soon. But as I said, B.J. Watling and Mark Craig definitely definitely quashed those hopes of Pakistan, as they went on to add some valuable runs. And in the end, it was a partnership which yielded 68 runs before it was B.J. Watling was the next man to go when this particular partnership was broken. And Nazar Ali, as you would remember, was bowling. He bowls medium pace, according to me, just a trundler. And one remembers that he took Kumar Sangakkara's wicket. That was his first test wicket. Today he got his second test wicket in the form of B.J. Watling, as Haris Sohail, the substitute, held the catch, and B.J. Watling, after putting some door resistance, scoring 39 with 3 boundaries, was walking back to the pavilion. After that, Mark Craig was done a very good job. He was joined in by Tim Southee. Tim Southee decided to deal a few blows to the spinners. He hit a 4 under 6, and he was on 17 when Mark Craig followed his partner Watling with only 2 runs added to the score of 346. When the score reached 348, the 8th wicket fell for New Zealand, as Mark Craig was trapped LBW, bowled by Zulfikar Babar for 43 with 5 fours. And after that, Tim Southee, as I said, was trying to deal some huge blows to the Pakistani spinners. He went as far as 17 is concerned, and then he lost his stumps trying one too many, as he was clean bowled by Zulfikar Babar, the spinner, for 17 with 1 4 and 1 6. But after that, there was still some resistance, and this time the resistance came from the number 10 batsman, Ish Sodhi. Now Ish Sodhi is definitely showing credentials as a very good all-rounder. Well, his bowling is, he's a pretty good bowler, a very good right-arm leg spin bowler, and Ish Sodhi has also been showing a lot of promise with the bat too, because one has seen that every time Ish Sodhi walks to the crease, as far as I know, I think Ish Sodhi has been contributing in good measure. And today too, he did the same by playing a very restrained knock of an unbeaten 32 with just 1 6 in that knock. And Trent Boult definitely tried to stave off the Pakistani bowlers by making 2 runs of 18 balls before becoming a victim of Zulfikar Babar, who wrapped up things for Pakistan. And New Zealand, definitely, I thought, after losing 3 wickets pretty quickly, they definitely had a good recovery thanks to some good batting coming in from the lower order New Zealand batsmen, and that enabled them to wind up at 403 all out. Zulfikar Babar was the best bowler today. He was the one who wrapped up things for Pakistan by bowling 45 overs, 8 maidens, 137 runs and 4 wickets, richly deserved. Yasir Shah also bowled well, 41 overs, 7 maidens, 92 runs and 2 wickets. But definitely today the breakthrough was provided by Rahat Ali when he took that big wicket with a beautiful delivery bowled to Latham. 32 overs, 8 maidens, 69 runs and 1 wicket. Ehsan Adil got 29 overs, 9 maidens, 73 runs and 2 wickets. And Azhar Ali picking up his second test wicket in the form of B.J. Watling, as 9 overs, 1 maiden, 1 for 23. Now, so Pakistan had to bat after New Zealand were all out for 403. And well, the Pakistani openers, Shan Masood and Tawfiq Ahmed, as I said, there are 2 new openers because of the absence of Ahmed Shehzad and Mohammad Hafiz, which was a big blow for Pakistan. And the new openers really couldn't really meet the challenge, as Shan Masood was the first to go. Now this was a beautiful delivery. This was absolutely, I would say, the delivery of the day. What a ripper Sodhi produced, which actually turned in and it beat Shan Masood's forward defensive stroke, and the ball went on to pick up the middle stump. A beautiful delivery bowled by East Sodhi, the right arm leg spinner, and Shan Masood was out, bowled by Sodhi for 13, and that made the score 28 for 1. And after that, just before close of play, it was another blow for Pakistan, as Tawfiq Umar, who was actually was on his forward defensive prod to the bowling of off spinner Mark Craig, but unfortunately his back foot was not really in the crease. It was outside the crease, and the umpire had no hesitation in ruling Tawfiq Umar out, as Tawfiq Umar had to walk back to the pavilion, stumped by Watling, of the bowling of Mark Craig for 16 with 2 boundaries, and the score read 32 for 2. And finally Pakistan ended the day with Azhar Ali not out on 4, Yunus Khan not out on 1, 34 for 2, and as I said, only 19 overs were bowled and 34 runs added by the Pakistani batsmen. And definitely New Zealand yesterday did very well, and today too I would definitely say that New Zealand took the honours once again by capturing those 2 wickets before close of play, and both the new openers were sent back to the pavilion by the spinners. So 34 for 2 was the close of play score as far as Pakistan were concerned. And now there is a lot of work to be done as far as Pakistan are concerned, but they definitely have those big names at the crease now, Azhar Ali and Yunus Khan, and also they have Misbah ul Haq, Asad Shafiq still to come, Sarfraz Ahmed, let us not forget the maiden test century against Australia. And for Pakistan, one thing that one noticed as far as this particular match is concerned is that there is definitely some turn available. We saw East Sodhi turn the ball, we saw Mark Craig turn the ball, and definitely there is some turn, and that is something that is going to be pretty good for the Pakistani spinners, because they are more experienced. But also one should remember that Pakistan would be the ones who would be batting last on this track. So I think we really have a very good match on hand as far as this 3 days of play which is coming up in the Dubai International Cricket Stadium. As far as the bowling is concerned, Trent bowled 5 overs, 1 made, none for 9. They couldn't make much of an impression. Team saw the 3 overs, none for 5. But the spinners were the ones amongst the wickets. 6 overs, 3 maidens, 8 runs and 1 wicket for Mark Craig, right arm off spinner. And he saw the right arm leg spinner, 5 overs, no maiden, 1 for 12. So that is the match situation as far as the second day's play is concerned. As I said, for the first time, Pakistan looked like they were challenged by a team after in probably 3 or 4 test matches, after having a pretty good winning streak against the opposition. Well, from here, as I said, today we are going to be seeing the third one-day international which is going to be played. Definitely it is going to be played at a different venue now. It's not going to be the WACA in Perth. WACA in Perth has definitely shown that both the teams have not given an inch, and that both the teams are locked at 1-1. So the focus now shifts on to Canberra, where the third one-day international is going to be played between Australia and South Africa. So it's, this particular match is important for both the teams to take a lead in this one-day series. And looking at both the teams here, for Australia, well, things have been going pretty well. Aaron Finch, David Warner. Probably now one could say that the Australian top order has to fire, because what is happening is since the Australian top order is not firing, there is a lot of pressure being built on the middle and lower order. So I think that is something that the Australia need to address. One only hopes that happens. Well, George Bailey, Mitchell Marsh, they have been doing their job. And the bowlers have also been Josh Hazlewood. Well, he's already taken his maiden 5-wicket bag here in the one-day internationals. And we are not going to see Nathan Lyon tomorrow. We are going to see Xavier Doherty into action. As far as South Africa are concerned, well, they would also be also feeling very confident that they have already leveled the series 1-1. And yeah, they definitely have some very, very talented players in the form of Quinton de Kock, Really Rosu. They are all the young players, the players for the future for South Africa. AB de Villiers, and the bowling looked pretty sharp as far as South Africa were concerned. And but the news that we have here is that this particular pitch is probably going to be made for batting. So that is going to be interesting. We have seen that some high scores have been scored on this particular match. The last time a test match, one-day international was played here, it was the Australians who made 329 for 7 against the West Indies, and it looks to be a very, very sunny day, which is going to be in Canberra. So that is definitely good for cricket, and one really hopes for some exciting cricket coming up in Canberra on the third one-day international. Well, dear fans and subscribers, that really sums up my Cricket Happening show for today. Hope you all enjoyed the Cricket Happening show as usual. Yes, there would be some people who are watching my Cricket Happening show on a very, very regular basis. You have commented, I know that you have commented on Google+, but unfortunately, whosoever has commented, please keep putting your comments. Don't feel that I'm not responding to your comments, because I do feel that I'm not having a reply button for myself. So that's the precise reason I'm not able to reach back to you. So I do regret that, but that is not something under my control, because I went and I definitely saw your comments about the game, but unfortunately I'm not able to respond due to no reply button available for me while seeing your particular message on Google+. Well, if it was there, definitely I would have really commented on that. But keep sending your comments. It's really interesting. You guys are really interesting. You have some very nice points to make, and keep sending them. As I said, the Cricket Happening show can be a greater success with only your cooperation, dear friends and subscribers. So on this note, I think it's really about time now to put an end to this cricket show for today. Thanks for your company, and thanks for watching Cricket Happenings. Your host Ram is signing off. Thank you.